And you can see me from this camera, and then I have visibility on another camera, goals. If you are here, please make a comment so that I know that we are live. I'm going to start quilting this quilt, but I wanted to share some of the puddling that the girl has here, and we're going to go ahead and start ironing her down and getting her going. So I'm going to let you stay here and watch this beautiful quilt. That's what she looked like on this angle, what she looked like on that angle, this angle. And then you get to this sweet face. Hey, praise the Lord. I'm learning this stupid system, finally getting good at it. And then we're going to go ahead and start. Let me see if I'm live. Let's see if I'm live. Because it says here I'm live, but it doesn't say that I'm live on here. YouTube, am I live? Praise the Lord. Sorry, I have a bit of a slight cold. It says I'm on. It says I'm going. So I'm going to get started because I want to work on this quilt. A friend of mine told me to give a little bit of a backstory about this quilt so I could share. This is a quilt that I bought on an Etsy shop. And this is a quilt that I purchased. Hold on, let me see if I'm live. It's not showing that I'm live, but it says I'm live here. So anyway, we're going to keep on going. I don't have time for this. Hopefully this is working and hopefully it works. Hello. Oh my God. Someone's here. Okay. So I am live. So you guys get to me. So I'm going to be working on this quilt. Let me show you a visual of this quilt. This is a quilt that I'm working on. And if you look at her on this angle, you can see she is puddled. How are you? Live from Texas. Let me get my iron going, and then I'm going to show you the quilt as it's being as a whole. Hopefully, let me show it to you. This is what the quilt looks like as a whole. And I'm going to get my iron, and I'm going to start ironing her because she's puddly. Now, I've done videos on this before, so I'm going to get my starch. I'm going to move you here so you can see. I'm going to start starching her. The reason I'm doing this quilt today is years ago, I promised a man, a military member, that I would give him a quilt. Well, having 5 kids, and it's just not having 5 kids, it's having 5 kids and then working for people, it's really hard for me to sit down and piece now. I hope you can hear me. So I bought these quilts on Etsy. Let me see if I can move you so you can see this video here. I bought this quilt on Etsy. You're live in California. That's beautiful. Okay. I bought these quilts on Etsy, and they're beautiful quilts, okay? But they have some issues. The lady who sells these quilts, she makes beautiful quilts, and the fabric is pretty good quality. But what I found is that she has, and it's not maybe her, it has a lot of kind of puddling on her. How are you? How are you? So let me show you the quilt so you can see the whole thing. My friend Charlotte asked me to give kind of like a backstory of why. The reason I'm quilting this quilt is I promised a military member that I would have a quilt for him. And don't judge me, okay? Because life has happened. It's been probably 10 years. And just recently, this military member had a heart attack. And I saw him. And I was like, "You're the guy." And he's like, "Yes, I'm the guy." Kind of embarrassing, right? When you say you're going to do something and you haven't done it. So I promised him that by the end of this week, he would have the quilt, this beautiful quilt. And I didn't piece it. The quilts that I piece, I tend to give to family members only, because let me see, I'm going to start it. So we're going to start, so you just saw me iron. Hold on. I'm trying to realign everything. So I told this person that I would have this done, and then it feels like I got a flu or something. And Saturday, and even today, I was not in the mood to quilt a difficult quilt. This is a difficult quilt to long arm. The reason she's difficult is because of all this mess. Like, now I'm gonna move my dog out of the way. So I want to say hi, how are you? Let me see here. So I'm gonna show it to you. I may have to move her. So this is what the quilt looks like in this angle. This is where it's quilting initially. And you can see the puddling. It has, I don't know, you may not be able to see it. It has these weird ripples. Let me see if I could get the camera to angle in. May's gonna angle in too much. Yeah. You see that it has these weird ripples? And that means that when this person was putting the border on, she was pulling the fabric and stretching it. Let me get and that's why it has that. Now when you put the border on, you don't supposed to stretch it. I went and bought Marshall's dry goods material. Let me see if I can get it to open. Open. Did she open? There she is. The camera. I got new cameras, so I think the quality of all the cameras should be better. A lot better. It should look normal. I ended up buying these little cameras that work really great. As a matter of fact, I'm using that one for here. The wonderful thing about it is that it plugs in and it powers on through the switcher that I got. And hopefully you guys could hear me well. Hopefully the volume's good. Hopefully. Okay, so then let me see. Hello, Pat, how are you? Hello, Rosa, how are you? Hello, Charlie, how are you? How's life out there? Oh, Holy Spirit. So yeah, I've had kind of like a weird cold. Okay, Elizabeth, you've quilted these. Aren't they beautiful though? But yeah, they have some sadness. These are kind of hard to quilt, right? I think they're kind of hard to quilt. Hold on, let me see. If I start coughing, I'm sorry. I'm forcing myself to do a live stream today because I told myself I would do one. Okay, so I'm glad you're here. I'm watching y'all on my phone to see if it's streaming. It's snowing and cold in Illinois. Wow. It's wet and dreary here in Texas. We really don't have cold weather other than maybe 2 weeks out of the year here in Texas. So we're kind of spoiled. Well, I think it's spoiled. because we don't deal with a lot of changes in the climate. But it's kind of annoying because it can be real cold and then it's hot the next day, like 80 degrees. Oh, I'm sorry. Move. I'm sorry. I just stepped on my dog's tail. So, yeah. Let's see. Let's see this live stream. Trying to sign in. I stepped on my dog's tail. You sent me the blocks. Honestly, the blocks are beautiful, Caroline. All of them. I think I got, if you look on Facebook, I already updated it Monday or yesterday on who I got on the block swaps. And then I got one today and I have them hidden in different areas of my house so that no one touches them. Let's see. All right, let's get going. Let me show you the quilt while it's quilting. And then I'm going to show it to you in this angle. Isn't that beautiful? There's a group on the block swap that has already, they have like 8 people already, which is kind of great. All right, let me start the rest of the quilt while we're here. And I'm going to move you back. No, hold on. My dog's being a brat. You do not go on the table. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. So I'm going to move you here so you can see. And I'm going to move you back a bit. I have a totally new system. Yes, I have a totally, look at that. They're beautiful. Let's start. I'm starting down here. And I don't know if I'm going to do this a whole live. I just wanted to come up here with my new cameras so I could test them out, so I could see how it goes in the neighborhood. But yeah, I'm starting it. How do you like the new cameras? Aren't they good quality? Look at that. That's one of them. That's another one. Let me see if your comments are up here. There's this one. Look at me. You can see me and the quilt. You can see me and the quilt. Isn't that a blessing? Look, and then it has this point of view. Wait. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm trying to try new stuff here. I think it's funny. Okay, so let me just wet the, starts the quilt. I had a client. Let me start. I'm going to starch it. And I'm starching the bottoms. But yeah, I had a friend who bought one of these ladies' quilts, and she said that she bought the, what did she buy? She bought, what is it? The wedding ring quilt? And she says that it was really warped and different. So I'm going to starch her. I'm wetting her and getting her nice and wet. And then I'm going to put you. So I wanted to see how you are. Oh, and I want to share with you. Okay, I'm addicted with this lady's quilts. I'm going to show you, because I'm also doing a Get Her Done challenge for November. My main challenge for November is the Jesus banner that I'm doing. I have not touched it. Don't. I know. But this quilt, tell me if it's okay. I ended up putting this binding on this quilt. I quilted this a year ago at this quilt shop, and it's one of those patterns. I wish I had the book, but you buy a ruler and you buy a book, and the ruler's supposed to go with the patterns. And so this is the quilt. Let's see if I could get you to see it. I'm going to bring it up. Can you see it good? And I did this as a project probably like 2 years ago. Now, I finished it, the quilt top, 2 years ago. I finished her completely, and I got her done, and then I long-armed her, and then I put this beautiful Minky on her. I love Minky. But it sat for 2 years. Sat for 2 years, trimmed in one of my quilt baskets. She just sat. I trimmed her, and I just didn't do the binding. So yesterday, since I wasn't feeling well, I came up here one day and I was working, and I put the binding on her, and I'm on the fence of the binding. What do y'all think? Do you think it's ugly? I think it's beautiful in the front, right? Right? It looks good in the front. What do you think? She looks beautiful here, but she looks, I don't know if this is the right color. I don't know. What do y'all think? Any opinions? Any thoughts? Did I mess up? Anyway, I finally put the binding on, and I love the binding on this side. I really do. But I don't know if you like it? I like it on this side, right? This, I'm kind of like, maybe I should have done purple. Maybe I should have done blue. But it's okay. I'm not taking it apart, and I'm not doing it. It'll probably take me 2 years to even do that. So she's ready to be washed, but isn't she pretty? So this is one of my get her dones. I finished her. One of the things I need to do and be on top of myself for is putting labels on quilts. I give away a lot of quilts and I don't put labels on them. And look, I have no excuses, okay? I have no excuses. This girl has embroidery machines. Look how beautiful is quilting it. I'm gonna bring you on this camera so you can see how lovely. Now I've starched the bottom of her already. Move her here. I starched the bottom of her already, so she's pretty wet. I'm waiting for the starch to soak in. But look, this is a problem that I have with these quilts. I ironed it. I don't know if you can see it. Let me bring you here. Where are you? Is it this one? This is mine, or this is a quilt I'm giving away. If this was a client's quilt, this would not work for me. I would unstitch this area and I would fix it. But because I'm doing the live, I'm not going to really pay a lot of, I'm going to work on it, like straightening her out and let the machine do its job. One of the things that you could do if you have this problem is you could get your iron. You could get your iron. My hunger's so hot. The neat thing is with these new cameras that I got, like I'm waiting for my iron to warm up. One of the things about these new cameras that I got, they're on the frame of the long arm. I even have one specifically on the long arm. The neat thing about it is before I had this switcher that had the camera on it, and I had like wires all over me, which is dangerous with my dogs because if they run or something, they hit the cameras or they'll hit something. But now that they're on the frame and I got long enough cords or wires, the wire is on the floor. Hello, Kristen Richards. Miss Mitchell. Rebecca Mitchell. I miss you. I haven't heard nothing from you. Where you been? Hoping you're living the best life ever. I miss you, Mom. I'm glad you're here. I haven't seen you in a while. Nice hearing from you. Or I haven't seen you in a live. Or you haven't commented. Let me bring you here. I'm going to bring it to this camera. Let me see. So this is a mess. See how ironing just flattens everything up? And when I wash this quilt, it is going to puddle, or the batting is going to go and take in, and you're not going to notice those ripples. But isn't that ironing awesome? Wait. What happened to my cord? Let me see. Something happened. Let's see. Leave that on. Then I'm going to move you so you can see. Wow, it's giving me a hard time. Wasn't that beautiful? It says, I just figured out where. Oh, I'm glad you get to comment. I'm glad I get to see your comments. So, how you been? How's everybody been? I have to take this apart because I almost broke one of my cameras and the switcher the other day because the girl was crawling over stuff and it wasn't good at all. Let's see. Aren't these cameras great? Look, you can see how beautiful the clarity is. It before I used a Canon. Oh my God. I know you live in a beautiful area. One of the, over here. Let's see. So now you can see how the quilt is looking. In a minute, it's almost done. And I'll show you how beautiful and soft. I used a light thread. Let me see if I can get you near. Kristen, your blocks are almost done. Honestly, there's some groups that are really getting their stuff done. I know a lot of, like, I still need to do mine, don't worry. No pressure. Everybody's being pressured on the block swaps, and I'm like, y'all need to just enjoy it. Okay, so Charlie asked me the quilt top and the back wall. Someone asked me about the pattern. Hold on, let me see if I could get you to see it better. I'm gonna move you here. So I did this, I don't know, 10 years ago. It's a pattern. Let me bring you in. It's a pattern of a dove. This was given to me. This pattern of the dove was given to me. And then I embroidered all the filigree, and I embroidered every single letter independently and put Father of Lights. So the whole quilt in the back, on the bottom of it, it says Father of Lights. Someone just recently asked me if I had, hold on, I'm gonna move you here, if I had the pattern because they want the pattern of the quilt. Now, a lady gave it to me years ago. I'm gonna move you here so you can see what I'm doing. A lady gave it to me years ago, and I put it away in one of the containers, and I quilted the heck out of the thing and did all the quilting. And if I can move the camera, wish I had a longer cord, I could show you the quilting. I did it years ago. I wanted to put it in a quilt show, but apparently you can't put specific quilts in a quilt show after a period of a couple years. Sorry. And so I've been wanting to put it in a show. And then I don't know if I'll show you in a minute. I kind of messed up because satin has direction. Hold on, let me see. Satin has direction. Let me see if I can move you here. Can I move you and show it to you? I'm going to move you here so you can see it. Satin has direction. Ow. Where are you? What picture is it? Maybe this one. Yeah. Oh, it's this one. Satin has direction, and if you look on this corner, I turned, so this is very glossy and this is not. And then on the opposite end over here, it's not glossy because I ran out of satin, and so I cut it. And so one of the big things of why I haven't, I think I want to scallop it. Let me see if I could get you in. I want to scallop it, like trim. Come on. I want to autofocus on you. I want to focus. Focus. No. Yeah, it won't focus. I want to do something. I don't know if you can see the different colors on here and on here. And it's a dove descending, and the fabric, I messed up several areas. I should have interfaced that fabric because it's a really thin fabric. And then I just satin stitched it. But anyway, it's like a whole thing. But I wanted to put it in a show. Let me get here. I wanted to put it in a show, but I think that they will find a lot of problems with it. And what I wanted to do is maybe make it like an oval or scallop the edges, or I wanted to put crystals. Let me see. I wanted to put crystals on it so you don't see that different satin differences. Like the one corner, like if you look at like just a corner, the corner from there to the dove, I did pebbles, and I designed my own different pebble designs and little tiny swirls. If I had a long cord on that camera, I would show it to you. But I remember like doing it, and I would do it when my kids were at school, and it would take me hours. It took me 5 hours just to do one of those corners. And then the embroidery, the Father of Lights, like the FATHR, all the lettering, it took me 45 minutes to embroider each letter because it's with a metallic thread, and anyway, it's a lot. But I think it's one of my best works. Here, I'm going to put you here so you can see what I'm going to be doing. You can see all this ripple. And I'm going to see if I could just get it as flat as I can. And you guys get to see me like truly. I was like going to do this live, and I'm like, do I really want to do a live on this quilt? Because these are kind of hard. And you can see like where the fabric is not tacked down right. Like, come on. But y'all can see me, right? Maybe? Hopefully. It's kind of funny. Sometimes I would do a live. And you guys would just like disappear. And then this camera, it moves in and out. I don't know if it's confusing y'all. Sorry. I don't know why it's doing that. But, you know, hey. It's supposed to be following my face, but I'm not showing my face, so, you know. All right, so I ironed it, and then now it's bowing. And then now I need to tack it down. Let me move you here so you can see this angle. So I'm going to realign it. I hope these cameras are okay, guys. Girl is putting an effort on her live streams. I think you guys tend to like them or tend to watch them. You can see like a lot of puddling here. Let me see. Let me get this straight. Sorry. And then I'm gonna turn this, move this here. Look how beautiful that back fabric. This is Marshall's dry goods back fabric. And I'm also using Marshall's, hold on. I'm using Marshall's dry goods batting, which I bought 2 giant bolts or 2 huge bolts for $320, which comes out to $5 a yard. Okay, so $5 a yard. And then the back fabric is $108. It also comes out to like $5 to $6 a yard of back fabric, which I think is a deal. I did one of these quilts already for a friend, and let's see. Lord Jesus. I did one of these for a friend already, and let me stop. I think I need to go down. Okay. I did one of these for a friend. It was the pink one. I did a couple little shorts of it because she was puddling so much. This one's puddling quite a bit. I'm going to bring you here so you can see the puddling. So let me see. Sorry, you're getting to see you can see that, let me see. Please stay, don't move. So you can see that I ironed it and it has this wrinkling. And I'm going to probably re-iron it a lot more. So, and then what I'm doing right now is while you're watching, I'm also trying to line up the design so it lines up. I may have to be on top of this quilt when it's doing the quilting. Do I need to come up? Yeah, I need to come up. Okay. So I got it. So this is where I'm going to have to worry. Beautiful quilt. Thank you. Thank you for being here with me. Taking time out of your life to hang with me. Let me see. All right, let's get her going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work this fabric a little bit. Sorry that the camera's doing that. I don't know why. I don't know why. These are AI cameras, so they're supposed to like move with you, apparently. And what I'm doing, so you can see what I'm doing here. I'll move you here. I'm gonna move you over here. Yeah. What I'm doing is I'm ironing. I'm trying to get rid of all these pleats. You see that the quilt is, and then I'm ironing it towards the center with steam. Now these quilts are weird because she uses like a polyester and a cotton, and it looks like she uses like a linen. This white is real thin, like a linen. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it to. All right. All right, let's see your comments. I'm all hot. I'm sorry. Thank you for being here from, I believe it's Georgia, right? It takes a lot of work. I think some of my clients don't understand how much work it is to fix people's quilts. It really takes work. But it's okay. I think like that's part of the, hold on, let me move this. It's part of the, well, I know some long armors, we're going to go into a rant about long armors. Some long armors won't fix people's stuff and they'll let their quilts be a mess. And I've seen it. I've seen some long armors like be really mean about their clients' quilts. But here, let me see. But I think like, I don't know. So all in, I was calculating to my husband because he's like, hold on. I was calculating to my husband. Let me see. Open. All in, I was telling my husband that I paid $42 for this quilt. I paid $42 for the quilt. Trying to get that camera to open. $42 for the quilt. I paid probably like $40 for the batting, $40 for the back fabric because I got it from Marshall's Dry Goods. And I was telling the, so what's that? That's, I calculated like 105, like I was $105 in. But one of my clients asked me, I'm trying to get this ready to go. Hopefully you get to see the, yeah, yay, look at that. Hopefully you're not seeing my back. This live stream stuff, man. Come on, open. Thank you. Let me get this right. I was gonna have these cameras automatically moving around, but I don't think that's gonna work. I'm restarting, put a brand new bobbin, and I'm gonna have to be on top of this. Let me show you. But I calculated how much was I in? 40, 80, plus another 45, give or take. 125? 125. That's what I'm in on this quilt. Let me see if I could get this to. Yes, she opened. Look at that video camera. So 125 on the quilt. I'm going to move it around here. And I'm going to bring you here so you can see how I have to be on top of the quilt so that she doesn't pleat. So I'm going to move you here so you can watch me working on her. Because this has this rippling, I have a tendency to have to be on top of it so that I don't have like that pleat that you saw earlier and then I have to iron off. I'm also trying to make sure, like I should have checked, make sure my back fabric is nice and pulled so I don't have pleats in the back. The other day I did a quilt for a friend. I can't believe it, man. I tugged and pulled, and sometimes the back fabric will give me a miserable time. And then let me move this faster. Do you see the speed? All right. So I have it going faster because I'm sure you guys are just gonna, well, maybe some of y'all love this. Some people love watching long arm quilting machines go. To me, it's like watching paint dry. No, I love it. I love the way the quilt comes out. But like on here, I picked, let me show you the design I picked. Can I even share it to you? I love this comment. We're all doing great. I'm doing great. Well, Kind of got sick a little bit, but I'm doing better. Let me see. Oh, she's following me. Hey, 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 the camera's following me. I got AI cameras that follow me. You want to say hi, Blue? You want to say hi? You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Look, hey, look. No, baby. No kisses. The little girl brought me a rat the other day as a gift to tell me she loved me. No, ma'am. She brought me a rat. And then she has a tail like a rat. So I was like, is it her tail or is it a rat? No, she brought me a rat. No babies? I put sweaters on her and she gets mad at me. She gets mad at me when I put a sweater on her. Isn't it cool? The camera's following me. What? So if I go this way, hey, the camera. Sorry, I'm all excited with these new cameras. Isn't that a beautiful camera? All right, let me bring you here because I need to focus on the quilt. So here, I'm going to make sure that I'm pulling the thread. I should slow it down. No, but the little booger brought me a little mouse or a rat. No, it was a rat. Okay. All I'm doing is, while the machine is running through the fabric, is I'm just putting pressure, like light touch pressure, so that the machine, the fabric is flat and straight. Let me not get my finger caught. Like right here. Call it the cat scratch. Someone literally corrected me saying, taking in, it's a cat scratch, okay? Not that deep. It's hot in here because it's cold outside. Do you see this rippling? All I'm gonna do is just, if you put just pressure, like finger pressure, you'll stretch the fabric and flatten it so it won't ripple. Now, the other part of the quilt is stretched, so like flat, that's what I mean. It's already stretched and flat. So I'm not gonna manage it as much until it comes back up here. Now right here, I'm using Omni thread. It's a light blue thread. It's really pretty. It's a blend of cotton and polyester. I'm a cotton girl though, but thread right now is so expensive. Yeah, do you see the, I don't know if you see it, but let me see if I can bring you closer. Sorry, I'm moving you. Yeah, I can't hide now, they're tracking me. You can see the, do you see the pleating? If you're not careful with this weird kind of pleating the fabric is doing, you'll end up having where the machine will literally fold the fabric and you'll have a real pleat. This is almost like something, the fabric has been pulled, or there's some tension on it, and it's like a satin fabric. But you can see like all this area is nice and flat, pretty flat. Let me get my iron again and flatten her some more. When I'm doing work for myself, I tend to be like more gracious. I'm not as hard on, let me turn you here. I'm not as hard on myself as getting the quilt perfect because this is my quilt, or it's a quilt I'm donating. But when you're quilting for other quilters, they kind of know that having a pleat or a fold on the fabric is not good. But a stranger who's getting this quilt, they're not going to care. That's beautiful. Look at that. She's so pretty. And then while she's quilting, and now that I don't have to worry about it, I'm going to go ahead and then I'm going to show you this. This is how you know. This is how you know that the quilt is pretty decent now. All the center, before you saw the center was pleating a whole lot, and now you see it a lot more flatter, and so I'm not going to have to worry as much. Now I'm going to have to worry down here. I love fabric. It has this beautiful it's pliable, it shrinks. So I'm going to starch it. While I'm starching it here, I'm getting it nice and drenched and letting that starch really sink into the fabric. And then when I'm getting ready, I will go ahead and iron it, of course, and get rid of iron it. But you could see right now, because if you saw the footage earlier, all this was bubbling and moving, like doing a lot of this in the center. And the good thing is it's not that bad. So let me move you here so you can see that footage. I wanted to share with you while we're here. Like I said, I went crazy. Hold on. I'm gonna move you here. I went crazy buying a whole bunch of quilts. Hopefully I could put... I bought a whole bunch of quilts. Yes, I went crazy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull one up and I'm gonna show it to you. I literally bought 22 quilts. No, I'm being tracked. This thing is tracking me. Earlier I couldn't get it to work, so I was like, whatever. Life is like, whatever. Okay, this is a crazy looking fabric. I went and I bought this quilt because she finally put it online. But it's the weirdest selection. Of color. Okay. Like I said, it's hot here. I'm sorry I'm sweaty. Probably breaking a fever too. Let me bring you. Isn't that crazy looking? Anyway. Focus on me, girl. Hold on. Focus on me. But it's kind of crazy the colors this camera picked. So I'm going to move you here so you can see it. Hold on. I bought 2 of these because I thought they would be really pretty. Well, on the picture they were pretty, but it's kind of weird that she put sharks on it and surfers. But look how beautiful it is from afar. What a weird fabric selection. Oh. Surfers and sharks. Yeah. How weird is that, right? So that's one. And then, let me get this box. Let me get this box. I bought 2 of these, I believe. Maybe I bought one. I don't know. Yeah, I was going to show these in a video, and I'm like, you know what? I'll show them in a live stream. Yeah, beautiful. Now, I love this one. I'm not too, like, excited about the other one. Because, like, why would you put shark fabric? I think this lady probably owned a quilt shop. I don't know. Right? Here, look. Isn't that crazy? I love this quilt. But I'm getting all these so that when I want to do 2 live streams, 24-hour live streams, and that and get a whole bunch of quilts done and finished. This is one. Let me get another one. Okay, hold on. Let me get another one. Is this one? Yeah. This one, her packaging is beautiful. While I'm unwrapping, you guys can see the quilt. All right, hold on. Oh, let me put you here so you can see it again. Look at this. Aren't these beautiful? Oh, these are trees. Isn't that beautiful? Like, if you love teal, these are really pretty. I bought 2 of these. Aren't they lovely? Isn't she lovely? So look at that. I know they're backwards, but right here, I'll do it here. Aren't they beautiful? I know, wow. They are so pretty, aren't they? They are so pretty, these quilts. I paid $39, maybe $42 for these. I think some of them that are the prettiest to me, I'm gonna move you here so you can see and not look at my, I was telling my husband, I don't think, even if, let's say I was gonna make the quilts myself, I don't think I could afford to, well, like this quilt, I don't think I could make it as cheap as I bought the quilt top. Even with its weird little quirky problems. And so, even with its weird, like little weird quirky problems, I think it's worth let's see, hopefully you see, I'm gonna roll her now. And then while I'm rolling her, dun dun dun. I'm gonna get my iron ready. Come on. And then once I have an alignment on one of them, on one row, once I get the alignment on the second row, I just kind of use where the end of the other one, and then I roll it to this other end. And look, you can even see how nice and flatter she looks when I roll her. Let me see. My gosh, can you imagine? You've spent time with me to where we could finish a quilt together. I'm gonna get everything ready. I'm gonna get the stitching so I could pull the quilt. Hopefully you guys are watching. Let me get you to where move you here. What I'm gonna do is just kind of pull the quilt a little bit. And honestly, tug and pulling works. Tug and pulling. Because I noticed this lady's quilts, they kind of do a weird letter. And my little dogs. Move her here. I'm gonna let me move you here. Sorry guys, so you guys can see better. And I'm not in your way. Nice and done. And then you can see on this quilt, I don't have to kind of iron as much. I do still iron though. But you can see I don't need to iron as much because she's a little bit more, hold on. Let me move you here. She's a little bit more flatter. Let me see. I need my readers. Maybe one day I'll get this live stream gig right. There it is. I'm gonna move this here. So this is here. I think I need to roll her a little bit. Roll her. And I'm gonna iron her. While I was getting her rolled, I also got the iron ready. Let me see. No, Mom. Oof. And you can see how warped she is. You guys see me well? Probably not, huh? Let me get you here. You can see that I'm hitting the switcher so I could change the camera so you guys could see me better. I think it's this one, this camera right here. If not, it's that one. I don't know. You can see we're on row 3, guys. Row 3. Hold on, let me see. And then you see that bowing? When I iron, sometimes it bows and then I have to like tighten it and have it nice and tight. So it's here. I need to move it up a little bit. Hold on. Hold on. There it is. And honestly, it's just like a couple little tiny tugs make a big difference on placement. So it's here. It's fine. And then I'm going to check over here. Move over here. What I'm doing over here is checking the placement. Where does it go? And then I think that's good. And honestly, nothing like rubbing with the heat of your hand. Seriously. Make sure the back is tugged. I'm going to turn ya. In a minute, I'm going to sit down and chat with y'all. Turn the camera around. That's good. Let me iron right here real quick. Hi, June. How are you? Hello, everyone. Hold on. Hello, everyone. Look how sweaty I am. Who said this isn't a job? I'm so sweaty. No, I have the heat on up here. I have the heat. So it's probably like 30, 40 degrees outside. And I have it hot in here. And then I turned on the fan. So I'm like in a little sauna, burning some sweat. Burning some calories. I need a... Look, it follows me. I don't know why this is so fun to me. So sorry. I'm so sorry. I just can't. Let me see. Let me see. The quilt is beautiful, right? All of them. All her quilts. These little weird quilts. Let me get that iron. Because I need iron over here. Did it follow me? No. Yeah, it did follow me. Y'all, it followed me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, hey, wow. It's like I have a camera guy with me. Did it follow me? Let me see. Let me get this camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. You see my switcher, my setup? That's another camera. It has weird pleats here, so I'm trying to kind of get rid of them before it comes over here in quilts, because I don't want to be managing her. Is my tension right? Yeah. She'll be fine. Okay. What is she doing? Oh my God. I'm sorry. I don't know what that camera is doing. All right, let's see. Like, she's following me. Okay. Quit acting like a fool. Okay. Thank you for if you knew how much money I ended up spending $1,000 on a camera, and it's a Canon. It's a 4K camera, but when you put it on the dumb switcher, it has to be like 1280. It's not. And the weirdest thing with that camera, it had like a weird hue to it. Do you need to go outside? Hold on. Let me get my dogs outside. Let's see what the camera does. Let's see if it follows me. All right. Yeah, it followed me. Ah! Damn. So I was talking to my husband about that I don't want to buy any more cameras, because I also bought another one because I was trying to get 3 cameras on here. So that's one camera here. Is she right there? Yeah. So I got this camera here. Look. And then I got that camera over here. And I got one of the original cameras that I've been using. The reason, I'm sorry I'm moving you. I know I'm moving you. The reason I like this camera is because of the beautiful quality it shares. But anyway, I got a Canon camera, and that stupid Canon camera was just the worst thing ever. It would have like a weird square somewhere in the film, and then everything that I was trying to get it to do, it wouldn't get rid of the little square. And the most annoying thing about it is I spent like $1,000 on it. Yeah, $900. I think it was on sale for $900, but it was really $1,300 camera. And I'll show you which one it is if you want to see it. Let's see. Let me move. Let's see if it moves you. And I got this camera. So this is it. It's a great camera, but for some reason, I don't know what it is. Some of the settings, it looks, I even used it to film a video because it's supposed to be 4K. It's supposed to be a great camera, and then you have like two, like, where you put the recorder on it. It's supposed to be a fancy pants camera, but because of the switcher, it didn't work. I told my husband I'm so frustrated that what I spent on this, and then when I finally decided to return it, I couldn't return it to Best Buy. Then I bought another one, and then when I plugged it in, it wouldn't plug into the switcher. Yeah, I even think I want to do a video on like what cameras you need for this switcher, what would work, because some of the quality, like this camera really wasn't that great. The quality didn't come out very good on the switcher, but they say it's a really great quality camera. Now this one right here, this camera, I was telling my husband that on this camera, I have red lipstick on, it looks red on one side, and then it looks like a dull peach or plum on another footage. And anyway, it's a whole thing here. You watch my videos, Dawn, you watch me from New Zealand. I love you. No, I'm glad it's working out. So this one, I think the quality is pretty clear. It looks like my normal skin tone. And here, it looks like I have like red tones. But anyway, whatever. Let's see. Y'all have questions for me? Let me move you here. I'm going to move you with a different camera. So I could sit while I was still long arm. Maybe I should look at the long arm quilting machine. Maybe I need to look at the quilt. Hold on. Maybe I should pay attention to the quilt right here. She's not horrible. This camera is doing weird stuff. Let me see. I don't know what brand I got. They're called... Hold on, let me see. Let's see. What questions y'all have for me? Okay. These cameras are called Osbot cameras. Let me move you here. And I'm going to sit you down. I'm going to move you here. So y'all can chat with me. Because I'm going to sit. Because girl's tired. Let's see. I ended up... let's see. I'm going to move you here. You're going to look at me in the fancy pants camera that makes me look kind of pink. I ended up buying... They're these little tiny cameras. They're called Osbot cameras. They're really tiny little square ones. This camera that I'm using right now is worth like $2,000 when I got it. And then the Canon was $1,000. And I went and I got, I think, a Sony one. Sony something. And I spent $700 and it wouldn't connect to the switcher. Which this whole thing has been a mess. I've tried GoPros. I can connect my DSLR cameras on here. But what happens is, sorry. I have to change the settings on the DSLR. And then after I use it, I have to change the settings back, which sometimes I forget. So now I have a book on settings. I use M bobbins. So anyway, I use large bobbins. You want to see my bobbins? She's asking me what size bobbins that I use. What size bobbins do you use on your long arm? Okay, I use M bobbins. And I have a thing about bobbins. I have a big complaint about bobbins. Hold on, I'm gonna move you here. I'm gonna move you here. I'm gonna move you here. Oop, oop. I'm gonna let you see the quilting while I get something. Mm-hmm. Okay. Someone asked me about bobbins. Let's talk about bobbins. Look, it's finding me. All right. That's kind of neat. It's finding me. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna move you here so you can see the quilt. Then we'll go into the bobbin thing, okay? No, don't look for me. Okay, hold on. Let me move you so I could set the bobbins. And you can look at the quilt. And you can look at me setting up the bobbin. I use an M bobbin. These are large bobbins. Let me put this on here, okay? And we could get started. I could talk to you about bobbins. Come on, little girl. Long arm quilting machine supposed to use M bobbins, and I do not use the bobbins Gamel sent me at all. I use a different type of bobbin. Hold on. Let me see if I could get the, yeah. I'm sorry if the camera is moving around. Don't know how to manage that. Don't know these cameras that well. And I think they think for themselves, maybe. Is it okay? So I'm gonna put new. Where are you? Right here. And then Gamel gives you bobbins that, I'm gonna move you here. Gamel gives you bobbins, and I'm gonna move you, okay? Sorry. Here we are. Gamel gives you, or they're M bobbins, they're larger bobbins than a regular sewing machine. These is an L bobbin. These are the bobbin, and they're like quite different in size. They're very, I wish I could, different in size. Gamel gave me these. I think they gave me a set of 10 of them. I believe, and I don't know anymore, but I believe that these are sold for like $4 each, maybe $3 something each for these bobbins. Then Innova sells you these, which these are aluminum and they're really light and they're red. They painted theirs red. Did they paint them? I don't know. They colored them red. And I really like these because I noticed that the tension was really pretty and the tension was really clean. And these, for some reason, I had issues with this bobbin, the weight of this bobbin, and I had issues with the check spring because it had a check spring. And I went to Amazon. So these, I think, are like now $2 each, $2.50. I'm not sure. Thank you, Arturo. I love you. They're like $2, maybe $3. These are maybe $4. And I bought 100 for $30 a while back. So these are the bobbins I use. And I recommend that when you go on Amazon to look for these M bobbins, that you look for, come on, you know that opening, that you look for that opening. I've gotten some bobbins that don't have that opening, and it's not that big a deal. They're pretty much the same. But what happens is I tend to thread my thread through that opening and then wind it. and I have something to hold that's secure. When I don't have the hole opening, it's real hard to, it's like I have to start the winding and then I'll wind. But yes, I bought these on Amazon for like 100 for $35. I'm sure now they're maybe $40, but you still get 100. If it's 40, they come out to 40 cents if they're $40. If they're $35 for the package, it comes out to 50 cents, 30 cents, 35 cents. But seriously, Gamel, $4, maybe 3, I'm not sure. And then these are, they're pretty expensive. Innova is pretty expensive. But I use M bobbins. M bobbins. And this one is an L bobbin. Little L bobbin. Let me see how this looks. Let me put that here. Look how beautiful that quilt looks. No, no. Wants to follow me. Wanted to stop following me. Kind of like a stalker. It's a lot. So this is what this quilt looks like. I'm going to bring you to the quilt, and I'm going to see if I can get the other cameras to bring you so you can see the full view of the quilt. But I'm going to use this camera to bring you in, and then this camera I'm going to talk to you. So let's see. Ay, Dios mío. All right. I don't know what's wrong with that camera, but I really don't know what's wrong with that camera. I'm going to bring you so you can see the quilting, and then I'm going to do the last row. Hold on. So I'm sorry. I'm going to move you, and then I'm going to lift you, and I'm going to move you to here. And then stay. I'm going to see if the camera, hold on. Now you can see. And you can see how beautiful. I really do recommend. And then someone was saying, see what I was talking about pleating? This area, because I wasn't on top of it, because I was talking to y'all, it pleated on me. But it's not that bad. But here, you can see that because I ironed it, she's nice and flat. She's nice and pretty flat. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I could talk to you and share the quilt, and you could see what I'm talking about. Isn't she lovely? Okay, you just bought, okay, I'm going to answer your question. You just bought an APUS quilt. Yeah, well, when you have an M bobbin, you can literally, like on this quilt right here that I'm sharing, I think it quilts a row, and it quilts a third or a fourth of the row. And then I have to worry about the bobbins. So yeah, when you have L bobbins, you are going to have to change them frequently. You are going to have to kind of be on top of it more. And I think the more you change the quilt, the more time you waste. So one of the things I like to save time on longhand quilting, I like putting, let's say you have a long quilt, and if you put it lengthwise, you're rolling like 5 or 6 times. If you put that same quilt on a horizontal, you're probably only going to have to roll it 3 times. So one of the things I do is if a client picks a design that is multi-directional, right? So you could use it on the top, and you could also use it on the horizontal. I'll literally put the quilt on the long arm horizontal, so I roll less. I've also noticed that the less density quilting that you have, the less time you're quilting. But I tend to quilt my quilts to a modern density, and not overly dense and not overly under quilted. You could, like, I don't know how long we've been here, because I've been sewing as long as I've been on this live. You could be, I'm going to move you here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to roll her. Let's see. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I could get this camera to open up for me. Hold on. Nope. Nope. Okay, that it's open. It's opened up for me. And the reason I want it to open up for me is so that you could see me rolling her. And then you could see some of the things that take time is every time you roll the quilt, you have to deal with, like you saw me dealing with the puddling. You saw me dealing with a whole bunch of the fabric shifting on you. You have to kind of realign the back fabric and the batting. So there's a lot of managing that comes when you roll the quilt to the next row. Well, let's see. There you are. And then I'm going to put you here so you can see. Then it's weird, okay? Sometimes, I'm going to move you here. Sometimes you'll roll the quilt and the quilt looks perfectly fine. She looks beautiful. She looks like she's just right. But then when you roll her, she looks like this. She looks like, there you see like a lot of you could see where I had already kind of flattened it and straightened it and ironed here. And now you see how the fabric is kind of shifted a bit. My puppies. So you have to, like right now, you see me flattening the quilt. And remember before, I was already starching this. And right now, whether you know it or not, I just turned on my iron. I just turned her on. Hold on, let me see. I just turned my iron on. And I'm going to have to get some of this. So I just turned on my iron and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm working the fabric down while I starched it. And then I'm going to have to go over here, make sure and you see me. I'm going to move you here so you can see me better. Let me move her here. While I am working on this quilt, I am tugging and wetting the fabric to where I want the fabric to go. Are the dogs bothering you, Cookie? Come on, go down. If you're not going to go. So, like right here, I'm going to tug her and pull her as flat as I can. And what I like doing this is that if there's fullness here, I already tightened that fullness here. Like, I'm going to move you here so you can see this better. I'm sorry if I'm moving you. Do you see how it's doing this? And it's doing that because these are shrinking up. So what I'm going to do, tighten my table. I'm going to pull this fabric towards me. I'm going to move you here so you can see me again. I'm pulling this fabric as taut as I could pull it so that I'm not having to deal with a lot of that fullness. You see that here? I'm going to move you here so you can see this angle. I'm sorry I'm moving you. I'm sure that's annoying. And I don't know if you saw that I'm putting tension while I'm pulling up. And what that does is it stretches, almost like I'm becoming the feed dogs for this quilt. I'm pulling, you know, feed dogs usually pull the bottom of the fabric and it takes it in. In a way, I'm kind of doing the same thing by the amount of tension I'm putting on the fabric while I'm going down. I'm kind of creating my own feed dog effect. Is that a thing? Am I even saying that right? Okay, so I have this here. That's the top. And then I'm gonna get this in line, the design in line. And I'm gonna move the design in so that it's not going off the quilt. And then, if you notice, I'll move this here. Nope. My little girl is crying. She's like, let me in, Mom. And then you see I'm measuring that the design goes all the way down. I may have to move the long arm, roll it up a little bit. Oh, what happened? Ugh. Oh, that's dumb. Okay. There's a thread here stuck. Okay. So I'm going to get her to start. And you could kind of see whether I like it or not, which I don't like. But I think I want to share this. What you see here is so different from the long arm, from the quilt being released from the long arm. For example, right here, you see this big divot. I don't know if you can see it. You see that divot? You see this divot. And this is how, kind of the way she sewed it, she kind of sewed it off a little bit. So it sews up and then it divots up and then divots straight. So that's how she sewed it. I can't fix that. That's how she sewed it. But when you get this off the long arm, you will not see this. I must have stained this quilt somehow while I was moving it around. Okay. So I'm going to see what my dogs are doing. In a minute, I'm going to go ahead and get an iron, and I'm going to iron it. The neat thing is because I've pulled this fabric so tight, like I have, you don't see the rippling anymore. Like, you don't see the rippling like you were seeing it earlier because of how I kind of pulled it so tight right here. I'm just gonna iron this area. Okay, no more bobbin. Okay. Let me get a bobbin and then let me see if I have some blue here. Do I have that light blue? Yeah, I'm just gonna put this on here. Okay. Now I ran out of bobbin. Huh. And I don't have one wound. So let me move you. This is always the area where I change the bobbin, and it's just a habit. And usually I check the bobbin. I only check the bobbin tension on the Tova once. Once I have the Tova tension checked once, I do it once every quilt. Like when I start a quilt and I'm going to use a new thread, that's when I change it, when I check it. Unless I see something when it's long arming, like the tension doesn't look right, then I'll recheck it. But because, come on, there you go, baby. And then I want it to go out. Let's see. Let me see so you can see this. And then I'm going to raise my bar up. Let's see. Can you see it? Let me see if there's any comments here. Hello, Bianca. Hello, Courtney. I miss you, Courtney. Where you been, girl? I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen you on TikTok in a while. Where you been? Where you been? Nice seeing you here. Miss Rebecca, you remember my son Arturo? So let's see. Y'all have questions for me? What do you want to ask me? Let's see. Let's move you here. Hello, Miss Courtney. Been a while. One day, Miss Rebecca Mitchells, I am going to go visit you. Now that I can travel more. Let's see. Hold on, I'm moving you here so you can see me here. All right, how are you? Oh, no! Not funny. Terrible live streamer. So sorry. Okay, better? Okay. I'm having to look at this screen to make sure that you could see me right. That's why you see me looking up. Sometimes I look up because I'm making sure that this camera didn't turn off. Sometimes on a live stream, I'll be talking to the camera and the live stream, the camera has like shut off. Let's see what it's done. Okay, so how are y'all? Talk to me. I need my readers on. Why you that dog, Mom? Why you that dog? So I'm almost on the last row. I'm almost done. I hope it's okay that we finish this quilt. And then my favorite part, it's always my favorite part, is to unroll the quilt and let you guys see it. I hope it's okay that I bring you along so that you guys could do these quilts with me. I got most of it set up before we started. I hope, let me see, that, look at that camera, it won't stop moving. I'm gonna move you here. I hope that you like the way the long arm is moving along. Not bad footage, right? The filming is not bad? Or the camera quality? Not bad. She follows me now. She knows where I'm at. The problem is, like, you want to see me, what it looks like from the switcher? That camera back, wait a minute, back there is what you're seeing me. This is the other camera. Isn't it cool? Does it see me? And then this camera. I'm gonna move this camera since I could talk to you in this camera. And move this camera around. Hold on, give me a second. Oh no. I don't know why it does that, but it's supposed to do the hand signals, and you're supposed to like do this, and it moves, or you go like this, and it goes in. I don't know. Let me move you here. I'm gonna move this camera so that you guys could see the quilting, and then I could talk to y'all while you get to see the machine work. Isn't that the best part of this? This is what I'm worried about. Okay. So then you could go here. Look how beautiful that is. How beautiful camera quality. You're like, Lynn and I, we came to chat with you, not about your cameras, but this is my life. Look. All right, let's see. Thank you, Blanca, for saying that it looks great. Thank you, Blanca. I think so too. Isn't it beautiful? I don't know if you guys know I'm doing a block swap. If you're interested, well, we're already doing the block swap. It's already full. But if you're interested in doing the monthly challenge, that's what we're going to be working on, getting her done challenge. The Get Her Done challenge. I already shared one of the quilts that I got done on the Get Her Done challenge. And if you want to join Lynna's Quilting Facebook group, yes. Yeah, honestly, these cameras are neat though. Because like what's happening though, I messed up. It's the other cameras I had focused on the long arm, right? They're focused, I want them to focus on the quilt, on the long arm machine. And I wanted you to see it in different angles. But this one, for some reason, is kind of wanting to focus on me, and I want it to focus on the quilt. So I still need to read up on them and figure out what they are. I even have one specifically on the long arm where the thread is, but I didn't plug it in because I thought it would be too much, like for me to handle dealing with, because I have 4 cameras going. As a matter of fact, I'm finding it a little bit stressful with the fact that I can't control the other 2. They have a mind of their own and they want to do what they want. But I'm excited that at least the quality of cameras from one camera to the next is so much better. So excited. And then I think what I want to do is I want to do piecing videos, and I could set up cameras on here. Stop chewing her bed. Hi. I'm so sorry. But I'm excited. See, hold on. Let me see if I could unplug one of them, okay? And see if you could see the... Hold on, okay? I'm going to leave you on this camera. No. Don't be a troublemaker in my life. The neat thing is, I already have the camera set up on the frame. Ah! Go over there. I don't need you here. You little girls need to follow me everywhere. They're like, Mom, we're the inspectors. Nah, come on. So hold on. I'm going to pause it for a second. Quick pause. Let's see how it looks. Let's see. Let's see what it does, okay? Oh, start. What happened? Quick start. Okay. Let's see if I can get it. See, that's the one, the camera that you could see the long arm moving. You're supposed to be able to show, oh, sorry. And I think this would be better when I'm doing live streaming, because it could show, wait, hold on, how the quilt moves and what it looks like. Yeah, it's kind of a lot, right? All right, in a minute, we're almost going to be done. Oh, nice. You can see how beautiful the quilting looks. Hold on one more second. She's almost done. Oh no, no. See how some of the cameras just turn off on me? That's horrible. I'm so sorry. It went blank on me. So let's see. All right, let me see if I have any more questions, because we're almost done. Should I do a piece along? Oh my God, that would be so much fun. How about we could do, I have this quilt I want to do, and it's a quilt top that you do every month. Maybe I'll share a video on it, and if everybody wants to do it, we could buy the pattern. Maybe I could ask the pattern maker. We could buy the pattern, and or I could make my own pattern, and then this way I don't have to ask anybody anything. Oh, thank you, Mary. I'm glad I inspire you. I just honestly like trying new things, and I'm a goofy old lady. But let's see. We could do a piece along, like do a quilt block of the month. Do you think you guys would want a block of the month? Y'all need to tell me if you would like a block of the month. Look at that quilt. Y'all need to tell me if you would really like a block of the month. I think that would be funny if we do it together. But anyway, I've done one of the, I think Clarissa Renninger is the lady who did a beautiful quilt top that I long-armed years ago for her. And it's a block of the month quilt top. And maybe I could ask the maker of the quilt top, see if I could use her pattern, and then get you guys to do it with me. Sandra, what I recommend you do is buy or find antique quilts. This is Sandra's comment. Her comment is that she wants you practice on scraps and stuff. You won't mess up. The neat thing about quilting is you could always unstitch what you quilted. And I recommend, what I ended up doing when I first got my long arm is I made a whole bunch of little quilts. And as a matter of fact, if you want, I could send you some of the quilts. And you need inspiration to sew again? Okay, yes, it wasn't a block of the month though. It was a kit. Okay, but if you look at the pattern, okay, so she's the one that did this quilt. It says, when I looked at the pattern, you're supposed to do like month 1, month 2, month 3. It had like patterns like that. And I love that quilt, girl. I love that quilt. And I want to, I really would love to like do that quilt. Y'all, if you guys are really interested in a block of the month, I can make my own pattern, but I think I could make my own pattern and then we could sit together and live stream doing it together. Wouldn't that be fun? Now that I have this equipment, like you should see how streamlined my life is right now. It's a little tiny camera up here. Of course, I have my speaker. I'm sorry I'm touching it. It's making noise. And then, like right now, I could talk to y'all while one camera is showcasing my piecing and one camera is me talking to y'all. Isn't that beautiful? And I have struggled for 2 years because I got the switcher last year, the beginning of last year, this time. I struggled so much because just to find the perfect cameras that would look right, like so that I could get good video quality, has been like a whole task. Like right now, I took one of the cameras off. So I'm going to move this camera back. Hold on. I'm going to move this camera back or this camera back so that I could unroll the quilt and you guys can see how beautiful it is. So I'm going to move myself here. And this is supposed to follow me. Are you going to follow me? Yes, are you going to follow me? Come on. You can follow me. You can do this. All right. Maybe right there. So I'm going to unroll. I'm going to move this back. There you are. Okay. You may not see me for a second because I'm going to move around. Hold on. Apparently it's not done quilting. Why? The bobbin wasn't completely full. If you're scared to quilt on your long arm, I recommend you quilt anyway because this is a time that you have warranty on your long arm. I ended up not quilting on my long arm for like a year, maybe 2 years, or I don't know, a period of time. I can't quote how long, okay? And then I ended up I was afraid to use the long arm because I was afraid of screwing it up. And what ended up happening is I had static electricity on me and I touched the frame. Let me see. I touched the frame, the keypad with static electricity. Okay. And what ended up happening is I blew the computer on the back of the long arm. And the crazy thing about it is because I wasn't using it while it was under warranty. Oh, shoot. What did I just do? Okay. Oh my God. I almost tripped on something. Did I trip on something? Okay, hold on. I'm going to move this back. Because I didn't use the long arm at the time of the warranty, I ended up having to pay $600 to fix the battery, the computer. So if you just got your long arm, use the heck out of it. Like burn it, midnight oil. Use it all the time because at this time right now, this is where you have your warranty. You have your warranty for about a year or two. And it's crazy. My warranty literally went out. Like it went out and then I blew the computer. And the guy goes, well, it's crazy that your warranty ended last week or like a couple of days ago. And now because it's not under warranty, you have to pay $600 for the new computer. So my recommendation is put anything on your long arm. I would find antique quilts at thrift stores and antique stores. Go on eBay, go buy one of these quilts from this lady. She's an Etsy shop. I think it's Young 2008. They're only $39 or $40. You could put it on your long arm and it's not a big, like her quilts are not a big investment to destroy, right? It's $42. Of course, like the back fabric and the batting and everything, but you're seeing how I'm figuring it out. You're seeing how I'm struggling to get it done. And you're going to learn a lot in putting that time in. And right now, at this current time, this moment, hey, You can't have that, okay, little one? Right now is the time to use the heck out of your machine so that you could destroy it, because they'll be under warranty. And that was one of the biggest mistakes I did. I didn't use the long arm. And then by the time I did get serious about using the long arm, I already didn't have the warranty on it anymore. Hold on, I'm trying to clean up something that... So if you just got it, if you just got your long arm, use it now. And use the heck out of it. Hold on, I'm gonna throw... No. Yes. No. I'm trying to... As a matter of fact, like, I don't know if you got a computerized system. Trying to get the... Okay. Let me roll you the quilt so you could see her and her beauty. Like these, I'm shutting down my computer. So this is the quilt, and I paid, hold on, I'm gonna move you so you can see her better. I'm sorry. I'm gonna move her back. Let me move out of the way. This quilt cost me $42, and I really do recommend that you get like fabric, cheap fabric. You could go to Walmart and you could get a king size linen sheet. You can use sheets. Hold on, I'm gonna move you. You could use linen sheets. Try not to. And I think it costs you $10 for the back fabric for king size. You could just get an independent one, right? Not a big one, or not a set, just get the top. You could go to a thrift store. I have clients that they want to save money on these quilts, so they go to a thrift store and buy sheets. And what I'm saying is, it's get things you don't care if you ruin. Isn't that beautiful? Because you're under warranty. That's a big thing for me. I read like look how beautiful. Look, now you don't see, I'm gonna unsew it. Now you don't see how warped it was in the bottom. Let me see. Let me move it. You don't see the warpage, but like the lady on Etsy, her name, and she has baby quilts. So you can literally go, and I think her baby quilts are like $20. You could buy her little baby quilts and put them on your long arm. And I think they cost like $25, $30, $40. I don't think they're that expensive. And you could just quilt them that way. Look how beautiful. Now you don't see any of that warpage. Look how beautiful. Isn't that pretty quilt? That's my recommendation. I recommend right now is the time. And I should take my own advice, right? Because like I'm gonna sit here. I got my lasers and I haven't really, yes, I have used them a lot, but not as much as I should. And they're not in warranty anymore. But the company's been really good. Let me get you to go down. Hold on. Come on. Follow me. Stay with me. The company's been really good to me. But the truth is I should be using it while it's under warranty. Hold on, let me see. Yes, use your toy. Hold on. You're all demanding. Come here. Come here. Y'all want to see my puppies? My little... Well, she's not a terrorist anymore. She's kind of calmed down. Say hi. Come on, Mama. Say hi. she's calmed down a lot. She's kind of grown up. Ooh. I had to put Lily away. I had to let her go. She had cancer and had tumors. And, Cookie's kind of sad about it. But this one's like, ever since Lily passed away, she's kind of become very loving and kind and not a rascal like she's been. Now, the ones that's giving me a hard time, he's this little, can I put you away? Can I put you over here? I'm going to put you here. You can sit with me. Okay. Come here, you. Come on. We're going to say goodbye. No, forget it. Okay. So if you guys have anything else to ask me, yes, Sandra, please use your machine. I really recommend you use it now, as much as you can. And the reason, look how beautiful that quilting is. The reason I think you should use it now, or use it as much as you can, is because it's under that warranty right now. And right now, you could see if it has any glitches. You could see if it has, and it's just not about your quilting. It's about how the machine works. And like, you want to become very skilled. You want to become very skilled in this craft. I could get any quilt. As a matter of fact, one of my clients was saying to me that she got, sorry, a wedding ring quilt. And she says, I'm going to try to hand quilt it. But if there's a problem, she's probably going to bring it to me. And one of the things like I've learned, like, you know how we were having issues with all that fullness that we were looking at? Well, let me roll it a little bit more so you can see the center, because that's where the fullness was the most. Hold on, let me roll it. I'm sorry, guys. Let me clear my throat. Look, this is where we had predominantly all that fullness. Let me roll it. And where we had issues where it could have been pleating, where it could have been like a mess, right? With the pleating and stuff, like right here in the center. And look, you could kind of see a little bit of the rippling right there, maybe a tiny bit, but as a whole, you don't see it. And on the bottom, like this bottom area, let me move you, you're a pain. Maybe, I'm gonna move it here. The bottom area that looked crooked over here, let me see if I can move this quilt. That area right here that looked kind of crooked, you don't see that crookedness anymore. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. So get one of these old quilts, or just get anything. Put it on your long arm. I challenge you to do one thing a week. For a long time, I had my kids. And so I didn't have the chance to long arm as much as I wanted to. Not only did I have like kids, I had 5 of them. I remember making them these little sweet cross quilts, and I just long armed those for them. But like I said, the first couple years, I barely used my long arm, maybe my first 2 years. And I think that was a disservice to myself. And then the warranty issue kind of like was so discouraging, because I was like, man, if I would have used my machine, I would have been, like if I would have just used my machine, it was still on warranty, but I didn't. But I wanted to say goodbye. We've been here almost 2 hours. You've been with me. So it took me 2 hours to quilt this quilt. Dos horas, 2 hours. So I recommend, Sandra, that you just try. And I love you and support you. And if you need anything, message me on Messenger, Lorena Cadena, or go to Lorena's Quilting Facebook group. We have a really great group there. And then if you need anything, we're here to help you. So yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and let you guys go. I appreciate for you staying with me, hanging with me. If you haven't subscribed, let me see. Please subscribe already to Lorena's Lasers and Lorena's Quilting. And I'm also on TikTok. I do smaller content videos there. And here's my Facebook group if you guys want to kind of like join the Facebook group. I appreciate you and love you, and I'll see you on the next one. And thank you. I hope you like these cameras. I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna watch the live stream, see if I like it, because I was so discouraged with the quality of cameras on the other one. Now we only had a couple cameras that went out on me, which is a blessing, but I'm happy that I got these cameras. All right, I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, thank you for everything. I appreciate all your time that you've taken to spend with me, and have a wonderful day. Okay, bye.